All right, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashar Hakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles of GMS that ruleth well. A sincere salutations and peace and blessings to the Akim, to the Akwaf, to the Israelite foreigners that are scattered across the four corners, waiting for the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah, ready for this devil to be taken down. This lesson is Jake must have forgotten they are at war. I do this lesson. You look at these videos. You look at these. You just look at Jake as a whole. You look at Jake's mindset. You look at these. The mindset of Jake wanting to leave America, find love. Find women and families, and have kids and children. Find their perfect one woman, and just Jake, in his dancing spirit, all into the bread and circus, just playing video games, jerking off to pornography and all sorts of things. The talk of Jake, the drug use. Jake must have really forgotten we are at war. And things that I just said. I'm gonna start off with Jake with this going overseas, trying to seek love. Now, there's nothing wrong with finding a woman and having children, but we live in a time where Esau is destroying everything. He's knocking down all opportunities to stay afloat. Inflation. He's broken down the family, and just saying that alone, you have to go get a passport. All these women here in America, and which the American woman is the fucking worst woman on the earth, and I sincerely say that. Majority of the black women here, they smoke cigarettes, they smoke weed, they're ratchet, they're masculine. The so-called Latino women, Hispanic women, they're the sense of pride, their pride is have overtaken them. They realize they can use their beauty to get by in this society here in America. The Benjamite woman, so-called Jamaican woman, she's very masculine and she's very whitewashed. So all these women here in America, or in the so-called white woman, and she's liberated. She has that white supremacy mindset. She, she's out there too. And she's the devil. But and my point is, men are getting their passports just to go overseas, all the way across the other side of the world, to find a woman and have kids. That should be a problem alone. The drug use is going up very high. The what you call it, the addiction of Jake smoking weed, popping pills. The music is very wicked, demonic. And what Esau does, he uses every avenue and route, and to set these engines up on TV, media, television. Everything he does is very strategic to break down your mind, your psychological mind, into, they destroy men, they destroy women, they destroy the family, they destroyed your grandparents, they destroyed getting houses, and rent fucked up. Everything's messed up. They narrate how a man ought to be on TV. They narrate on how women ought to be on TV, and even everywhere. And all this is very strategic to breaking you down, to thinking You know, everybody can do every single thing on their own self. It's like a bird. It's basically like a bird that just had a birds. They just laid a nest of birds, on a very high tree. And as soon as they were born, they just kick them out the nest for them to fly, go figure out how to fly on their own. And basically, you have a long drop, and hey, either you make it or you figure it out, or you fall to your death. And that's pretty much, the engine that Esau has in gear for you Jakes, man. So-called Negroes all the way down to the so-called Mexicans. Salaki for, the long rant. This is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus said the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee. I will make thee most desolate. You go to Obadiah 1:10, it also tells you how, the devastation, the atrocities that the so-called white man has done to our people is very blatant. Everything Esau has done to our people has been done strategically to destroy our people. From all over the cross of the globe, the oppression that has happened in the islands, the oppression, the poverty that has been set amongst the Latin and Hispanic tribes has all been perpetually done strategically for a reason. The gangs, the guns, the laws, the governments, everything. So it says, I will lay thy cities waste. Yeah, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So, it was supposed to be a time where, we were punished, and Esau was supposed to, let us rock, let us go to our own homeland. But no, Esau did one better. He took our identity, he took our homeland, and then he used us, free labor, and maximized off of it. And they said, matter of fact, let's do one even better. Let's give these niggas the illusion that they're free. And let's turn their whole mindset against each other and amongst themselves and amongst them own selves of self-destruction. And now we can really annihilate them, humiliate them, and make more profit off of them. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Saith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut it off from it him that passeth out of him that returneth. Let me see real quick. So, Jake being caught up, and Jake again being stupid as hell, wicked, not realizing the time that we're in. Jake want to seek love, and Jake want to have this, all these kids, and Jake want to find his whole one perfect woman, and Jake leaving, and, again, I don't blame him. Again, the American women are the fucking worst. But, Jake failed to realize too. A lot of these women across the world, again, they're in oppression. They're in poverty. And a lot of Negroes. I'm pretty sure a lot of Negroes over there pillow talking now. They're getting that good old, that Mushu, the Chris Tucker loving, and they're getting talking to them Northern Kingdom women. They pillow talking, that long hair, that silky smooth skin right next to them. They dropping it all. They're telling these women, oh, this is why I'm over here, and all baby, this and that and this and that. Oh, so they, certain ones, they talking now. They going back amongst the whole, the the neighborhood, the what you call it, the internet. Oh yeah, the black man, the black woman is this and that. They treat them bad. Oh yeah, tell them come over here, kick some of that bread out. And got to be careful because again, we're in a time where these women will look at you as a dollar and as a bag and get rid of you or set you up or or a lot of things because what oppression has taken over the earth because of the so-called white man. He fucks everything up. So we're not in that time of loving and cherishing and building a fucking society. We are at fucking war, man. And that's what Jake has fucking failed to realize. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season, a time, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to be plucked up, that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rent, a time to sue, a time to keep silence, a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So it's a time and a place for everything. In the times where pretty much, we all had time for everything. We saw everything, this whole setup of Esau, had a time for everything. But now we're breaching that time of war. Esau is being exposed. Esau he's right there at the New World Order. Well, it's pretty much here, but he's ready to bring that New World Order right on through, right on by. The Charagma is here, So again, Jake failed to realize we are at war. Everything Jake talks about and walks around, the looking down in the phones and the headphones, you all in the city with your headphones on, You don't realize we are at war. You're engaging in television. You're eating any fucking thing you want to. You're not keeping yourself healthy. You're not on top of the news. Real news, man. You're not watching. You're not being circumspect. You're not having discernment. And that's why, when all hell breaks loose and, the thing that you thought was so important, you're going to realize you wasted a lot of fucking time. You should be telling your children, hey, gird up for war. You should tell your fucking woman, yo, we at fucking war. You should, when you amongst your brothers, your men that you talk to, you should be saying prepare for fucking war, man. Not, 10 years, 50 years, and motherfucker, your fucking wife can die, be slaughtered, can be used against you. Your kid, Esau may take your own fucking kid and put it in front of you with a fucking knife to his throat and say, if you don't bow down, he's out of here. The little fucker's out of here, But again, Jake has forgotten we are at war. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Lord's will you was edified. With that, say shalom.